My stepchildren told me I had no say in the house I paid for, so I packed their things and dropped them at their real dad's place. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reddit Visuals. I used to believe loyalty and effort were enough to make a family. But let me tell you, some people will take your love, your time, your money, and still look you in the eye like you're nothing. I'm 42, been married to my wife Danielle for 8 years. When we met, she had 2 kids, Ethan, now 17, and Lily, 15. Their biological dad? Let's just say he's what you'd call a part-time dad when it suits him. Sporadic visits, empty promises, holiday cards that arrived in February. And for 8 years, I was the one who stepped in, the one who showed up, the one who paid for everything, from school trips to braces to the roof over their heads. When Danielle and I bought our house 5 years ago, I paid the down payment. Every mortgage installment came from my bank account. Every bill, every repair, every piece of furniture. Me. But I never made a big deal of it. I saw those kids as my own. Or at least I thought I did. Things started shifting about 6 months ago. Ethan got his first girlfriend, started acting a little cocky. Lily, who used to call me Dad without hesitation, became sullen and distant. I chalked it up to teenage hormones. But there were moments, little comments that stung. Like the time Ethan stormed out because I asked him to take the trash out before heading to his friend's place. He muttered, "You're not my real dad anyway." Why should I listen to you? Danielle heard him. She said nothing, just kept scrolling on her phone. Then there was Lily. I caught her in the living room one afternoon talking to a friend on FaceTime. I heard her say, "James is so lame. He acts like he owns the place." That one hit harder than I cared to admit. I brushed it off, told myself I was imagining things, until the day that changed everything. It was a Saturday morning. The kids were in the kitchen, making themselves breakfast, blasting music, laughing. I was in the garage fixing a leaky pipe when I overheard them. Ethan was bragging about how he was going to throw a party while Danielle and I were out of town next month. Lily laughed and said, "Who cares? It's not even his house. He just pays for it." I froze. Ethan chimed in, "Yeah, he acts like he's the boss here. He's just Mom's husband. This is our house, too. He can't tell us what to do." I felt something snap inside me. That was the moment I realized. They didn't see me as a dad, not even as a stepdad. I was the bank, the ATM, the invisible man who covered their lifestyle but wasn't worthy of respect. I took the rest of that day to think, really think, and I came to a decision. Sunday morning, I called Danielle, Ethan, and Lily into the living room. My voice was calm, too calm, maybe. "Let's have a talk," I said. They looked at each other like I was about to lecture them about chores. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't scold. I simply said, "You're right. This isn't my house. So here's what's going to happen." Ethan laughed. That teenage, arrogant laugh that makes your blood boil. "What's your problem, man?" My problem? My problem was spending 8 years pouring my heart and soul into people who saw me as nothing more than a paycheck. I told them to pack their things. Danielle stared at me like I'd grown a second head. "James, what are you talking about?" "You and your kids are going to go stay with their real dad. Since I apparently have no say in this house, let's see how he handles it." Lily's face went pale. Ethan tried to argue, but I held up my hand. "Save it. I'm done being the bad guy in a story where I'm the only one doing any good." Danielle started crying. "James, please, this is crazy. The kids didn't mean it. They're just teenagers." But I was past that point. I told them they had 3 days, 3 days to pack. I even offered to help them move their stuff. And when the time came, I loaded up my truck with their boxes and drove them over to their dad's 2-bedroom apartment on the other side of town. The look on his face when he opened the door? Priceless. He stammered, "What's this?" I smiled. "Your kids. They wanted to stay with their real dad. I'm just making it easier for them." Ethan and Lily stood there, stunned. Reality hit hard. Their dad didn't have room, didn't have food stocked up, didn't even have clean sheets for them. Danielle begged me to reconsider, said we could work it out. But I stood firm. I need respect, Danielle. I need to feel like part of this family. Until that happens, this isn't a family home. The fallout was messy. Danielle moved into her sister's place for a while with the kids. The first week, I got silence. Then the texts started. From Ethan, from Lily, from Danielle. Apologies. Please. Ethan said, I didn't mean it. I was just being dumb. Can we come home? Lily wrote, I'm sorry. I miss you. I didn't realize how much you did for us. Even Danielle admitted she'd let things slide too long, that she should have spoken up. Backed me up. I told them it would take time. That respect isn't just words. It's shown. Weeks went by, and one evening there was a knock at the door. It was Ethan and Lily. No grand speeches. No excuses. Just, can we talk? We sat at the kitchen table for hours. They listened as I explained how hurtful their words had been, how hard I'd tried. And for the first time in a long time, I felt like they actually heard me. Danielle came by later. We talked too. Slowly, carefully, we started to rebuild. But here's the thing. I made it clear. I won't be disrespected in my own home again. I'm not a wallet. I'm a person who loves them, who's there for them. But I won't be taken for granted anymore. So, was I the a-hole for packing up my stepkids' things and dropping them at their real dad's place? Or did I do what anyone would have done in my shoes? What would you have done? Drop a comment. I really want to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and subscribe to help the channel grow. Your support means the world to us at Reddit Visuals.